Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, like this video and press the bell icon. Whether you're building a simple blog or a complex application, iterating over data sets is a common task. However, handling cases where your data set might be empty requires some careful consideration. This is where two powerful blade directives at foreach and at forelse come into play. In this video, we'll explore the differences between at foreach and at forelse, and when to use each one in your Laravel projects. Understanding these directives can help you write cleaner, more efficient, and more readable code. Here you can see the difference between at foreach and at forelse. Both directives are used to iterate over an array or collection. At foreach has a closing at end for each directive, while at forelse has both opening and closing directives at forelse and at empty. In the at foreach directive, if the array or collection is empty, it does not have any built-in functionality to handle that case. On the other hand, with the at forelse directive, if the array or collection is empty, the content within the at empty directive will be displayed. Here you can see the examples. Let's look at an example using at foreach. In this example, at foreach iterates over the $items collection, displaying each item. However, if $items is empty, nothing is displayed. You would need to add an additional check to handle empty collections separately. Now, let's look at an example using at forelse. With at forelse, you iterate over the $items collection just like at foreach. But the key difference is the built-in at empty directive. If $items is empty, the content within at empty will be displayed, in this case, no items found. This makes at forelse more concise and easier to manage when handling empty collections. Let's see both examples in practice. In this video, I will be using Laravel 11 with Bootstrap 5, which I have already downloaded. However, the code will also work in Laravel 10 and later versions. If you want to know how to install Bootstrap 5 in Laravel 11, click on the I button and watch the tutorial video. In app.js file I have imported all of Bootstrap's JS. I have created a SAS folder and within it, I have created an app.scss file. In this file, I have imported Bootstrap's SCSS. Then, within the views folder, I have created a layouts folder, and inside that, I have created an app.blade.php file, which serves as the main layout template for the application. I have added title tag and then I have added a reference to Bootstrap script and styles using at vite blade directive in the head section. In the body section, I have added a div element, added at yield directive which is used to define a section of content that can be filled in by child views. In the .env file, there is a database name which I have already created in phpMyAdmin and migrated the database using php Artisan migrate command. In phpMyAdmin, you can see the database I have already created, along with all the tables. Click here and open a new terminal. In your terminal, type the command npm run dev to compile the front-end assets. Now, click here and open a new terminal. Type the command php artisan serve to run our Laravel app. Now, go to your browser and navigate to localhost:8000 and you will see Laravel 11 welcome page. Scroll down and you will see Laravel version is 11.11.1 and PHP version is 8.2.0. Now to demonstrate the difference between at foreach and at forelse, we need some data. Open database/seeders directory and you will see database seeder class. In this class, in the method named run, the first line uses the user model factory to create 10 records in the users table. The second line creates a single record in the users table using the user model factory. Uncomment the first line and comment out second line of code. Click here and open a new terminal. Now we need to seed the database using db:/seed command. In your terminal, type the command php artisan db:/seed to seed the database. This command will generate 10 random users in the users table. Now go to phpMyAdmin. Click on the users table and you will see 10 random users. Now we need to display this user data by iterating over it using the at foreach and at forelse directives. But before that, we need to add a route to display the user's data. Open web.php file which is in the routes directory. Duplicate this code. Here, add the string /users which represents the URI pattern that the route will respond to. In the closure function we fetch all users from the users table using the user ;:all method and assigns them to the $users variable. Don't forget to import user model. Replace welcome with users to display the user's blade view file. Now pass $users variable to the user's view using the compact function. Now we need to create users.blade.php file in the views directory. In your terminal, type the command php artisan make:\view users and press enter. This command will generate users.blade.php file in the views folder. Open users.blade.php file. Here I have added @extends blade directive to specify which layout the child view should inherit. Then I have used the @section directive, including content inside parentheses, to define the content that will be injected into the @yield content directive. End the section with @endSection directive. Inside the @section directive, I have added a bootstrap container. Inside the container, there is a table with a header and dummy data. The table header contains ID, name and email. Go to your browser. Navigate to localhost :8000/users and you will see bootstrap table with a dummy record. Now, let's use the @foreach directive to iterate over the user's array and display the data. After the t-body tag, add @foreach directive. In parentheses, add $users which is the array or collection of user objects and $user is each individual user object within the loop. Now cut this code and paste it inside the @foreach loop. Here we will display the user ID using the $user object. Then we will display the username using the $user object. Finally, we will display the user email address using the $user object. Now, go to your browser and you will see 10 records in the table. But what if there isn't any user data in the users table? Let's delete all the data from the users table to see the output. You can delete the user data directly from the users table in phpMyAdmin, but we will use Laravel Tinker to delete the user data. Open your terminal. Type the command php artisan tinker to open Laravel Tinker. Now, type the command app \models \user ::truncate, add parentheses after it, then add a semicolon and press enter. This command will delete all records from the users table. Now, type the command app \models \user ::all, add parentheses after it, then add a semicolon and press enter. This command will retrieve all records from the users table and return them as a collection of user model instances. You can see it returns an empty array, indicating that there are currently no records in the users table. Go to phpMyAdmin. Reload the page and you will see that all the records from the users table have been deleted and the table is empty. Now let's see the users page. Reload the page, and you will notice that there are no records displayed. Additionally, you will observe that no message is shown if there are no records in the users table. This is because in the @foreach directive, if the array or collection is empty, it does not have any built-in functionality to handle that case. Let's add the logic to check whether the user's collection contains any data or not. First, we will use the @if directive and the count function with the $users collection. If the count is greater than 0, it will display user data, otherwise, it will display the message "No user found." Now, go to your browser and you will see the message "No user found," as there is no record in the users table. You can also use isNotEmpty method to check if a collection or a query builder result set is not empty. Remove the count $users greater than 0 condition and use the isNotEmpty method instead. Go to your browser, and you will see the same output as before. You can also use the isEmpty method to check if the $users collection is empty. If the collection is empty, it displays "No users found." Otherwise, it iterates over each user and displays the data. Replace isNotEmpty method with isEmpty. Cut this code and paste it inside the @if directive. Now cut this @foreach code block and paste it inside the @else section. Go to your browser, and you will see the same output as before. Now, let's use the @forelse directive, but before that, we need to seed the users table. Type exit to exit from Laravel Tinker. Type the command php artisan db:/seed to seed the database. This command will generate 10 random users in the users table. Go to your browser and reload the page and you will see 10 user records, as the collection is not empty. Go to phpMyAdmin and reload the page and you will see 10 records in the users table. Now let's use the @forelse directive to display the data. First remove @else, @if and @endif directives. Replace @foreach with @forelse directive. Then replace @endforeach with @empty. Now add @endforelse. Cut this code and paste it inside the @empty block. Go to your browser and reload the page and you will see the same output as before. Now, let's delete all the data from the users table to check if it displays the message "No user found" or not. Open your terminal. Type the command php artisan tinker to open Laravel Tinker. Now, type the command app \models \user truncate, add parentheses after it, then add a semicolon and press enter. This command will delete all records from the users table. Now, type the command app \models \user all, add parentheses after it, then add a semicolon and press enter. You can see it returns an empty array. Go to phpMyAdmin and reload the page and you will see that all the record have been deleted from the users table. Now reload the page and you will see "No user found" message, as there is no user record in the users table. You can see that we didn't have to write extra logic to check for an empty collection with the @forelse block because it has a built-in @empty directive. If the collection is empty, the content within @empty will be displayed. In this video, we explored the difference between @foreach and @forelse directives. @foreach is great for simple loops, but @forelse simplifies handling empty collections with its built-in @empty directive. Thanks for watching. Please like and share this video and subscribe to my channel. I will see you in next tutorial. Till then, stay safe.